I should kill everyone and escape? Sorry. The voices. I'm kidding. That's not what they really said.
22-year-old Adam Simji was a rising senior studying finance at the University of Central Florida. He was described as loyal, introverted, easy to love, intelligent, determined, funny, and creative. He was in a relationship with 20-year-old Michaela Paulus, who also attended UCF. They have dated since high school and for 4 years at this point. Those who knew Adam also described him to be extremely helpful, as if it were almost instinctual. He was especially helpful when it came to people in need. On this day, it was no different for him. Michaela and Adam were visiting Alabama and driving around a forest looking for waterfalls when they were flagged down by 2 women on the side of the road. One of the women asked them for help with her broken-down vehicle, and the couple got out of their car to follow her down a dirt road to her car. Immediately, Adam could not shake a sense of suspicion and unease. He told Michaela, "This is how people get robbed." Yet, still wanting to help the women, they continued on. Adam tried using jumper cables to start her car. Michaela called her father to ask for advice since he was a mechanic, and the couple even watched some YouTube videos in efforts to fix her car. Ultimately, at some point it registered that their efforts were not fixing the problems, and nothing else could be done to help. Michaela asked the women if there was anything else that they needed, and that's when one of the women pulled a gun, told her to put her hands up, walk into the woods, and drop her phone and keys. Puzzled, they both followed her into the woods. She then demanded them both to hand over their cell phones, unlocking codes and banking information. But unbeknownst to the women, Adam too had a gun on his waistband. Once it appeared that the woman holding the gun dropped her guard and lowered the gun for a second, Adam took his chance. He pulled out his gun and told her to get on the ground. The woman attempted to shoot Adam, but the gun kept jamming until eventually they both shot at each other. As the shots rang, the other woman ran off, while Michaela immediately called the police. As they were dispatched, she noticed Adam was losing consciousness. The woman sustained 4 gunshot wounds, 3 to her abdomen and 1 that shattered her femur, but she survived. Adam sustained a singular gunshot wound to his abdomen, which would unfortunately prove fatal. Michaela attempted to do chest compressions, but to no avail. Once medics arrived, Adam succumbed to his wound and was pronounced dead shortly after. Officers quickly located the woman who ran off, 36-year-old Crystal Pinkins, a short distance away. When they made contact, her 5-year-old son ran out of a wooded area wielding a loaded shotgun, but the child put the weapon down after reaching his mother. Crystal was arrested and faced charges for endangering the welfare of a child, murder, kidnapping, and robbery. The Department of Human Services soon took custody of her son. The killer was seated several feet away against a fallen pine tree, and Michaela pointed her out as the shooter of Adam. Once officers approached her, she immediately demanded to know how much prison time she was going to serve for the crime. She was then airlifted to a hospital to treat her injuries. The woman was 20-year-old Yasmine Hyder. Yasmine Marie Adele Hyder was from Edmond, Oklahoma. It was reported that her father died in her teens. She has 1 sibling and was raised by a seemingly tight-knit extended family who all burst with pride and excitement when she began college at the same university some of them had attended, Langston University. Crystal, however, listed herself on LinkedIn as a certified home health aide at Baptist Memorial Health for the last 9 years. She also listed herself on social media as a freelance writer and aspiring motivational speaker. Yasmine and Crystal were both described as people living off the grid for some time together. In a post Yasmine made in 2022, she wrote, "Had to abandon the car after a search and rescue team came. Just got kicked out of a hotel and sitting in a Dunkin' Donuts. Any assistance would be so appreciated right now." She included her Zelle in Crystal's Cash App. "5 days after the murder, Yasmine incriminated herself when she was interviewed. She waived her Miranda rights and stated that she was waiting on the side of the road to get someone to stop so she and her friend could take their car to grab food. She asked, "Did he die?" and followed up with, "I didn't want to hurt anybody. I took his whole life away. Now he can't tell his story." She also told investigators that she flagged an older woman the day before the murder, asking the woman to drive them to the location of their vehicle, which was broken down for several weeks. Reportedly, after Adam pulled out his gun, Yasmine said, "Are you serious?" and a shootout ensued. When Adam fell to the ground, he said, "You shot me," before shooting her again. After all shots were fired, Yasmine said to Adam, "Why did you shoot? It wasn't supposed to be like this." The maximum penalty for murder, kidnapping, and unlawful use of a firearm during a crime of violence is 15 years in prison. More than a year later, on September 13th, 2023, Yasmine pled guilty to second-degree murder, robbery, and kidnapping. She agreed to a plea deal where prosecutors will ask that she serves 35 years in prison in exchange for dropping her gun charge. However, both Yasmine and Crystal sentencings are scheduled for January 4th, 2024. Since Adam's death, Michaela has graduated college and received her master's. She publicly continues to mourn and remember Adam as the love of her life. After his death, Adam's cousin stated that the family cannot even tell their 95-year-old grandmother of Adam's death because they fear she will die of a broken heart. We've linked the GoFundMe pages for Adam and Michaela in our description box below. Please support, share, and donate what you can. We will post an update on this case after the official sentencing on January 4th. May Adam rest peacefully in paradise, and may his family and Michaela reach healing in this life. And thank you all for watching.